Our next speaker this morning is the Center for Marriage Policy's Executive Director, Cynthia Davis, former state rep, and it's wonderful to be working with her, and marriage starts now with Cynthia.
I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been married 31 years, and I have 7 children. And in the fall, we had 2 daughters go off to college. And we only have 2 left at home, a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old. But I'll tell you, the 12-year-old left for school, and we were just having breakfast, the 3 of us, my husband, me, and the 8-year-old, and he said to me, "I just don't understand why our family is breaking apart now." I was so shocked. I said, "Well, we're not breaking apart. It's good. This is good. It's a glorious moment when your kids go off to college." But he was, from his orientation, being the youngest of 7, he didn't understand why everybody else is leaving home now. And it was a great opportunity to explain to him that family is here for a time, and when you get 18 years old, we're going to want you to leave too. But the beautiful part about family is we do have a benefit to society. We have given the state of Missouri a gift, as all good, intact families are helping our country. We're raising the moral fiber by our existence and being the bedrock of our society. And we have enough love to reach out to others and help them too. And that's how we propel all of us up together. But I wanted to tell you what got me engaged in the divorce story was when I had a personal friend who got an unjust divorce. And as I heard the details emerge, I was more appalled and sickened by the system we have that allows people to get victimized against their will by bad laws, and it makes it easy for so easy for people to get out of a marriage that it's hurting all of us together. We are all going down. And you look at the country today, and we're getting worse. So once I got interested, I went to, David Barton has a conference for the legislators every year that I went to, wall builders, and that's where I met Mike McManus. And that was a game changer for me because he had told me everything I was looking for. I spent 8 years in the legislature trying to fix the problem, heard plenty of awful stories, but never knew what the solution was. And knowing that there are people out there who know how to piece it together and give us the answer was most encouraging. So I read his book cover to cover on how to cut the divorce rate in half, and then I filed a bill that implemented the strategies that he articulated and that I felt would fit for Missouri. In the process of the hearing, I found David Usher, who, my assistant, the first time she ever told me about him, she said, "There's a gentleman who called your office, and his name is David Usher, but I need to warn you, he likes to talk a lot." That was my introduction. She said, "Just be careful." So we did talk a lot. And my husband can back me up. There have been times when it's been almost midnight, and when I wasn't home, he would talk to my husband, and then my husband, after 2 hours, would relay the message to me. So it's all good. We're communicating. I want to give you a little story, though, about cooking, because I am a mother, and I have raised 7 children. 5 of them already adults, 2 of them. But I've taught my girls to cook. And I just want to tell you, number 1 is go back to the original recipe. And that's what this is about the Center for Marriage Policy. We are trying to find, there is a recipe that will work. And we've gotten away from it in this country, and it's hurting us. Now, I want you to stay with me on this analogy, because when you teach your children to cook, you have to tell them, don't ever confuse sugar for salt. And don't you ever confuse a teaspoon for a tablespoon. And you know, that's exactly what we've done in this country. We've switched out something that is critical, and we've said it's no big deal. Well, yes, it is. And the secret of a good cook, and I used to watch Julia Child all the time. I can vouch for this. It matters. Details matter. Marriage matters. Staying faithful matters. Loving each other matters. Forgiving each other matters. Everything weaves together, and it is the moral fabric of our society. We owe it to each other and to God to do what we can, to live the way we need to live. We should not let Japan, which is not as Christian as America, outshine us. Their divorce rate is 2%. America's 41%. What's wrong with this picture? So I'm going to give you one more illustration, The Wizard of Oz. The punchline at the end was when Dorothy was mortified. She found out she wanted to go home so bad. She spent the whole movie for 2 hours trying to get home. And finally, the good witch said, just click your heels and say there's no place like home. And that is what everyone instinctively in their hearts knows. There's no place like home. Home means family. And we're trying to recreate that for America and for starting with Missouri. So thank you for coming today. You're going to be very pleased with what you see roll out in the next few months. Thanks.